In one of Europe's most historic and famously defensive football leagues, there's a team that's playing some of the most exciting, most effective football on the entire continent. And the craziest part? They just got promoted 2 seasons ago. So who are they? So let me ask you a question. If you think about the 2026 calendar year, who's the second best performing team in all of Serie A? I'll give you a hint. It's not Milan, it's not Juventus, and it's definitely not Napoli. Yeah, the answer is probably going to surprise you.
The answer is Como 1907. That's right. Since the start of the year, they've absolutely smashed it, racking up 30 points in just 14 games. That's 9 wins. And get this, they've scored just as many goals as Inter, the league leaders, in that same time. Just let that sink in for a second. A team that finished 10th last season is now genuinely one of the toughest teams to play against in all of Italy.
So how on earth is this happening, right? How does a team come up from Serie B, finish mid-table, and then suddenly become a top contender in less than a year? Well, it all starts with the man calling the shots.
The mastermind behind all of this is none other than World Cup winner and former superstar for Arsenal, Barcelona, and Chelsea, Cesc Fàbregas. As a player, you remember him, famous for that incredible vision, those passes that could split any defense. And now, as a coach, he's building a team that plays with that exact same aggressive, forward-thinking style.
So Fabregas's philosophy, it's actually pretty simple to describe, but trust me, it is incredibly hard to execute. Just like a lot of Spanish coaches, he loves to control the ball, he loves to dominate possession. But his style has a real killer instinct. This is possession with a serious punch. And on the surface, the numbers might look kind of familiar. Como averages 62% possession. That's the highest in the entire league. But whatever you do, don't let that number fool you. This is not the slow, patient, side-to-side passing game you might be picturing. No. This slide right here shows you the real story. Como is all about verticality. That just means getting the ball forward towards the other team's goal as fast and as directly as possible. They are first in the league for goals from direct attacks and third for through balls and goals from fast breaks. They use the ball not to rest, but to attack, and they do it fast and with deadly precision. And to really understand how they pull this off, you need to know about another revolutionary coach, Roberto De Zerbi. Just like De Zerbi, Fabregas has built this high-risk, high-reward system, and it's designed to do one thing: bait the other team into pressing them, pull them out of their defensive shape, and then just ruthlessly punish all the space they leave behind. Okay, so this brings us to their attacking blueprint. And this is where you can really see the tactical genius of the whole system. It's all about calculated deception. A lot of times, it starts like this. The goalie will literally just stand there with his foot on the ball, just waiting. He's baiting, daring the other team's strikers to come press him. Now, in a league like Serie A that's known for its disciplined, structured defenses, this is a huge challenge. It forces teams out of their comfort zone, and the second they take the bait, the rest of the Como players just explode upfield, creating this huge gap for the keeper to launch a long direct pass into. It is terrifyingly bold. And once that ball is up in the other team's half, it's just controlled chaos. Fabregas gives his players so much freedom to do what's called positional rotations. And this isn't just about, a winger swapping with a midfielder. It's about creating these fluid, unpredictable movements. A midfielder might drift way out wide, pulling a defender with him, and suddenly a fullback is bursting right through the middle into that new space. The whole point is to make them impossible to mark. It's a constant headache for the opposition.
Okay, here's a perfect example from this season. Their left back, a player named Valle, starts a play way out on the sideline. He then just runs, totally unmarked, right through the heart of the midfield and pops up inside the other team's penalty box to set up an easy goal. It's absolutely wild, and it is beautiful to watch.
Now, you're probably thinking a team this adventurous, this risky when they attack, they've got to be vulnerable at the back, right? Well, that's where you'd be dead wrong. Their defending is just as intense and just as coordinated as their attack. This quote right here, it says it all. There is no team in Italy that gives their opponents less time on the ball. The absolute second Como loses possession, their one and only goal is to win it right back, immediately. And they do this with this really clever, coordinated pressing trap. The striker will guide the play out towards the sideline, and then, boom, the entire team shifts over, creating this super tight block that just suffocates the opponent, traps them, and forces them to give up the ball, usually in a really dangerous spot. And the results? They're undeniable. This super ambitious system is built on a rock-solid defensive foundation. They've conceded the second fewest goals in the whole league, and this is incredible. They've only allowed a single goal from a fast break all season long. One. But of course, you can have the greatest blueprint in the world, but you need great players to actually execute it. So who are the key guys on the pitch making this complex, demanding system actually work? Well, the proof that this system creates a ton of chances is right here in the league's top scorers chart. Como has not one, but two players in the top four. Nico sitting there with 12 goals, and Tassos Duvakis right behind him with 11. And when you look at their numbers like this, it's even more impressive. I mean, together, these two have scored 23 goals. They are the lethal finishing touch on Fabregas' brilliant tactical machine. So, what does this all mean? Let's kind of zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture here for Como, and maybe, just maybe, for all of Italian football. So just to recap the Como way, it's this amazing combination of bold ideas, right? You've got possession that's used for quick vertical attacks. You have a goalkeeper acting as a playmaker to bait the press. You have defenders and attackers swapping positions all over the place. And on top of all that, a relentless, suffocating press to win the ball back. You know, when you put all those pieces together, Como is so much more than just this season's surprise package. With one of football's brightest young minds in Cesc Fàbregas leading the charge, they are a potential blueprint for a totally new way to play the game. And that leads us to our final question. What we're seeing here is a team that combines tactical control with creative chaos, defensive solidity with incredible attacking freedom. So, is it possible? Are we actually witnessing Cesc Fàbregas build the very future of football on the beautiful shores of Lake Como?